So today, as we return to the Hive planets, I will be returning to one of my favorite builds in the game, and that is the full gas build, Asterisk. And now I say that asterisk very deliberately because this is not the most amount of gas you can cram into a build. You could take the gas dog instead of the supply pack, and you can take the orbital gas strike instead of the mech, but I think both of those are weaker choices than what I've taken, and whenever I make a build that has a theme, I prefer to adhere to the theme, but not to the point where it makes the build worse. I think this is an extremely powerful build with these replacements to the full gas build. However, I think you could still run the full gas version of this and probably be fine, but it just won't be as strong. So that's up to you which version you prefer personally. The most important thing to the build, in my opinion, is going to be the heavy gas armor paired with vitality enhancement, because these two together make you 100% immune from gas. You can stand in a gas cloud for the entire match duration and not take a single point of damage, and that is very, very powerful, especially in tight corridors and tight quarters like on the Hive planets, because you can just completely create a zone where bugs will go to die and you will be just fine and they won't be able to attack you effectively. That's a very, very powerful thing, especially on this mission type, the Raise the Flag equivalent for Hive Worlds E711, which is, I think, the hardest missions the Hive Worlds have to offer. Now, you can run the medium gas armor if you do not have the heavy gas armor, because this is a superstore item and you will have like 95% gas resistance. You'll still take a little chip damage, but you'll probably get along okay, especially if you're in teams instead of solos. You can still stem through it or through that chip damage with your supply pack, so this isn't a terrible pick. I just prefer the heavy armor because I already have it. Anyway, I'm going to be taking the supply pack as previously mentioned, because this allows me to take out a lot more gas, just because that's more gas grenades, more harpoons, more stims, which is also very important. On Hive planets where resupplies are not always available, the supply pack is just kind of a no-brainer. Guard dogs aren't bad here either, but the supply pack is just so dominant, it's hard to justify not taking it. I'll be taking the spear gun because this is the only support weapon that can apply gas, and I will not hear anything about the sterilizer, I'm sorry, but the spear gun is actually really good in a generalist role because it's very good at sniping elites like alpha commanders, which are a huge problem for solos. It applies gas very effectively. Even though it's in a small radius, the explosion is so fast that it still has advantages over the gas grenade. It stuns and staggers heavies, it's got a ton of ammo, it closes bug holes. It doesn't shine in any particular role, but the spear gun I also think is never a bad pick on the bugs. It is truly, I think, the most generalist bug support weapon. And in a full gas build, it's even better because I can just shoot it at my feet and not have to worry about any sort of damage at all, which I will be doing a lot, as I'm sure we'll see. I'm going to be taking the gas mines because the gas mines do a pretty okay job at actually getting into the area where the flags are, since they come straight down from the sky. And of course they spread an unfathomable amount of gas all over the place, which keeps you very safe and the bugs very unsafe. Gas mines are super underrated, extremely powerful stratagem in all cases, but even better here in my opinion. And finally, I mean, I would take a gas mech if there were one, but there isn't, so I'm going to be taking the Emancipator exosuit because I want to 100% this mission, and I think the Emancipator is the best way to ensure I do that, because it's going to help me take out the Mega Nest, and it's going to help me take out Shrieker Nest at the beginning. And the mechs are just very powerful on cave missions. I'm going to try and not use them for the flags and the main objective, just to show off the gas a bit more. But still, there's also an argument for the Patriot. I prefer the Emancipator just because it's better at closing bug holes and dealing with objectives. For my primary, I'm going to be taking the Punisher Plasma because the Punisher Plasma has been buffed since the last time we were on a Hive planet, and it is now really good. Asterisk again, because it is not good against single targets. The DPS is still pretty low, but is really good at staggering big groups of enemies, and because it's Plasma, it's going to apply its damage directly to the main health pool, aka the same way gas applies its damage. So these two are going to be working in tandem to kill bugs by attacking the same health pool, which is pretty important. You don't want to go for weak points in a gas build because weak points have their own separate health pool, and it's not as efficient. It can still work, of course, but it's not as efficient as taking something like the Punisher Plasma. And it's also pretty safe in close quarters, generally. The explosion radius is not that massive, and typically it might ragdoll you a bit, which can be scary, but it won't blow you up most times. I'm going to be taking the Ultimatum in my secondary slot just as anti-tank. This pairs really nicely with the supply backpack. I'm going to need it to take out dragon roaches if I run into any, because this is the only thing I have to deal with them. But this mission is like 90% underground, so I'm not too concerned about that. But also just to take out chargers and impalers and all the heavies that spawn inside the caves. And finally, gas grenades, because gas grenades, even outside of gas builds, are insanely powerful. They're one of the best chaff crew tools in the game. Super reliable, super effective, and even more so in caves, because they can just shut down entire passages for quite a while. But anyway, that's it for the build, so I will see you all in the mission. Okay, so let us get situated in the Fanta dimension. Oh my god, I forgot how orange the outside was. But I'm going to be calling in the mech immediately just to deal with that Shrieker nest, as well as all the other good stuff I need. There's already a roach dragon. I was not aware they spawned in this fast. I really thought I would have like a minute or two before he showed up to ruin my day. But that's fine. Maybe I'll use the mech to take him out as well, even though it's not super essential. The Emancipator's not bad at taking these guys out if you go for the head, even though they flinch like absolutely crazy. There he goes. So I really just want to take these guys out to get me towards that 100%. A little bit closer to it. I don't see any other Shrieker nests, so I'm just going to leave the mech here for now. It might get destroyed. Oh wait, why did I call in the resupply? The DSS is here. That means I have a... Yeah, that means I have a Hellpod optimization. It's been a while since I played on a DSS planet, actually, so I kind of forgot about that. But that is fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bait out some of these bugs for a bug breach out here, so I don't have to deal with one as I am setting up in... oh, you're going to shoot the shit out of me. As we are setting up the flag area. But the gas mines should deal a lot of damage to all these pouncers and hunters. So pouncer and hunter seed is actually very good for a gas build, because they are very vulnerable to gas. Just one application is enough for them. And you can see, even though we're outside the cave right now, the gas is just... I think it's only second in power level to the Orbital Napalm Barrage when it comes to dealing with bug breaches. It's not as good because it can't kill heavies, but the cooldown is much faster and it is much more versatile in my opinion. There's a lot more use cases than just throwing it down on top of a bug breach like the Orbital Napalm. Okay, that's fine. At least I do get a little use out of this resupply to save the charges on my backpack. It's not the most efficient way. Yeah, let's get inside. And to show off the full immunity... No? Not today? Okay, that's fine. Oh, there we go. See, not a single pip of damage from that gas effect. It's really nice. There wasn't too relevant because I didn't need to stand in the gas cloud. But here I assure you that we will. So let us close just a couple of these. I hope that gets it. No, it did not. Let us hope that gets it. No, it did not. Okay, toughest bug hole in the universe. Let's do a quick impaler jump, because that's really what I meant to do. To get closer to this impaler and get rid of him. I'm going to call in the flag right now, actually. Which might be a mistake, because there's a lot more alpha warriors than I thought. But who needs gas mines when you have a supply pack and a shitload of gas grenades? Oh yeah, no, gas mines are off cooldown already. That is nice for me. But see, now I just create a very green area on the orange planet, and all these bugs are just gonna thrash around in a big mosh pit. They might hit me a couple times, but you know, that's what the heavy armor is for. They're not gonna be able to make a good effort in actually killing me. They can get lucky sometimes, and since bugs do a lot of damage, all it takes is a couple hits and you can go down. So you can't like go AFK. You still have to be very cautious, especially if the Hive World just clips through the terrain, lags your game, and almost kills you. But you know, it's just high planet things. So you can't go AFK with this build, but it's pretty close. This is like one of the closest to a full AFK builds I've ever played. But you do need to stay up to date on that application of gas, or that happens. So maybe it's not quite a full AFK build, because I got a little distracted by that. Oh, I was hoping that would kill him on the wing, but it did not. A little distracted by that Hive Lord, which is unfortunate. But that is fine, because we can just pick our stuff right back up, get ragdolled by the Hive Lord, still just clipping through the terrain, by the way. Good stuff. Get a double kill on these guys, and then just keep applying gas and trying to not get killed by the Hive Lord. This is very unlucky, by the way. I have not had the Hive Lord attack me this early inside one of the points before while using this build. Which is unfortunate. This is very atypical, because I've ran this a couple times. I ran it a couple times also when we were on Hive Planets the first time on Osho Une, and this never happened, or I mean it did happen eventually, but never this quickly on the first objective. But we should still be fine. The gas build is still very powerful. Just have to pay our reinforcement tax to the mission modifiers, unfortunately. Just kind of how it goes. But a couple more enemies. The gas should hopefully clear out. Nope, they're still coming in a trickle. Okay. And now we still have to avoid some of these Impaler tentacles. That is one of the things that can get you. Impalers are, I think, completely immune to gas. Both their tentacles and their body. Okay, come on. We gotta be... There we go. Oh. They would not let me have that one. Okay. But see, that's the build. And assuming, again, you do not get Hive Lords disrespecting the laws of physics, that is maybe the smoothest way possible to do this objective, I think. Especially on Hive Planets, because no Bile Titans spawn since there's Roach Dragons about, and Roach Dragons can't really hit you very effectively, at the very least, in the caves. Even in these openings, they still try their best, as we just saw there. But they still can't do it 100% of the time. So let's move on to the next flag. Okay, my exosuit is going to be off cooldown. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for this thingamabob last. I forget, the larva jar. Or the data. I don't actually know what it is. I think it's different on Hive Worlds. It might not be the larva jar. It might be like a black box or something. But I still want to go to it last and just bring that to extract at the end if possible. And here the Plasma Punisher is just showing off its strength without even needing gas damage. It's just a really powerful crowd control tool. So what I want to do actually is save my gas mines for the objective this time, since we're right next to it. So I'm just going to call in some gas, use a stim for stamina, and just keep running straight to the objective. I think I probably missed one of the entrances this way, but that's kind of fine. And see, the radius on the harpoon for the gas is not great, but it is enough to be very, very useful regardless. Just because, like, see, like, it takes half a second for it to arm, while the grenade does take a little bit longer. And you can kind of just create a trail of gas for yourself like this. And sometimes use a gas grenade if you need a bigger area when there's a couple scary enemies. Like those alpha warriors. Those guys will absolutely ruin your day. Especially if you don't reload your harpoon gun. Alright, let's gas grenade this thing, actually. Because I do not want to have to reload my harpoon gun again. Okay, I was kind of waiting for that to go off. But there we go. Alright, let's secure some of these bug holes if we can actually get the reload off on the harpoon gun. And this time, the gas mines kind of went off a little bit too early. This isn't a rupture stream planet. What are you doing digging under me? That is some serious disrespect from that guy. But, oh man, the Roach Dragon is going to be here as well. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this is like kind of worst case scenario for this build, which I guess is a good way to show it off, because I still think I'm going to complete this like pretty comfortably, even if it's not going to be deathless. Because I haven't done it completely deathless, but I've done the main mission deathless. Not 100%, of course. Because 100%ing these high planets solo is pretty fucking tough. But doing the main mission is not that bad with this build. Well, it's a little bad. It's still not easy. As you see, there's a lot of Alpha Warriors on even though this is a Pouncer seed, there's still a lot of Alpha Warriors, which is unfortunate, because these guys are the devil. They do a lot of damage, and they spawn in infinitely. And they're also so fast that sometimes they just ignore the gas, or just DPS you straight through it. Because they also do a shitload of damage on top of being really fast. So let us keep applying a ton of gas. Gas mines are coming back, which is going to be very good for me. You also want to stay stim, like, perpetually through this. Maybe not perpetually, but as often as you can. So there's absolutely a viable version of this where you run the heavy medic armor instead of the heavy gas armor. But I still think the heavy gas armor is generally better. Just because that chip damage does add up, even if you're spamming stims like crazy. This lets you save quite a few stims from chip damage just by having this armor. Alright, and things are starting to stabilize a little bit. Let's see how long that can hold. Probably not very long now that I've said it out loud. That's typically how these things tend to go. But I really should be sniping these alpha commanders. It's just actually getting at them is the hard part. And the harpoon gun is very nice for that, because it does one-shot them very consistently, as well as gassing their minions that they summon. Even if they summon the minions post-mortem, which is really not something you can prevent in any case, because they are just so fast at popping that summoning animation, unfortunately. And there's a charger over there, and I would like there to not be anymore. That wasn't a great hit, unfortunately. So now this part is always a little scary on the flag missions, just because if you die here, the flag starts resetting and it spawns in another attack wave almost every time. So you want to avoid dying more than usual at the very least. And the mission does not stop sending like patrols and Alpha Warrior reinforcements like that at you, so you really still have to be very locked in for this part, even if the flag itself is not spawning in more waves. So now I'm going to switch to the Plasma Punisher, just to clear these guys a bit faster while the gas does its damage over time. That bug hole probably caused me a lot of problems. I should have closed it much earlier. But this one was kind of scuffed with the, hello? With the death to the Alpha Commander, or not Alpha Commander, Roach Dragon right at the start. Is there? It says there's a guy here. I don't know if that's true or not. Well, if there is, not much I can do about it. This might actually be worst case scenario for this build. Well, just for this mission actually. If there's an enemy that's bugged under the ground here, I'm not sure what I can do about that. Gas mines? Keep digging a hole with the ultimatum. Okay, well, if I dive with the ultimatum, I keep forgetting this is like a new bug, I think, where the momentum you like gain by diving gets applied to the ultimatum right after you fire it, so you shoot it backwards. I have a video of it happening, like very directly. I uploaded it as a short, where like you can actually see the projectile turning around mid-air, like 180-degree turn in mid-air, because I dove backwards as I was shooting it, which is kind of nuts in my opinion. So I now have to unlearn my muscle memory of diving every time I shoot the ultimatum or diving backwards, because that's just how I've been doing it for like so long, pretty much since the ultimatum's come out, just because it's the safest, or used to be the safest way of using it. So am I really like soft locked here because there's an enemy under the ground? Yeah, he's still there. Is this rock a bug? What do you mean? Oh man, that's annoying to say the least. Maybe I'll lure him out if I move back over here. I found the enemy, guys. He wasn't below. He was the only other direction he could be, up. I really should have thought of that. This is a... this fucking game, man. This game, I swear to God. Taking years off my life. I mean, that was pretty funny. Extremely bugged and not intentional, but pretty funny. I'm glad it wasn't a soft lock, and it was just like something goofy that I could repair. I could actually fix myself. Man, if I lost the mission or had to redo the recording because of that, that would have sucked. But I did lose a lot of time. I'm still diving. It's just so like ingrained in my muscle memory to dive right before. Oh, here you are. And the Plasma Punisher's not bad against Stalkers as well. It's not the best at killing them, but it can stagger the shit out of them really effectively. Let's find this Stalker there. Oh. How are you more dangerous than the Stalker? That's crazy. I do not love Alpha Commanders and Alpha Warriors. I've said it many times before, and I will say it many times again. Okay, so this is going to be this Stalker lair sorted out. This Stalker lair layout, I think that might be the only... Maybe there's a couple more. But they're usually pretty scary, because you can get, like, penned in there by bugs coming in from behind. It is really hard to get out of that situation, for most builds at least. For the gas build, it's not that bad, because you can just, you know, gas it. You probably saw that coming. Alright, let us keep moving and close off these passages behind us with gas. And see, I'm avoiding just so much chip damage by taking this armor. It's kind of crazy just how much chip damage you can avoid. Because shooting the harpoon gun right at your feet is very powerful. Okay, not if you're on one of these bridges, which is destructible. I love these bridges. These are like low-key one of my favorite parts of the Hive world. And I really hope we see more destructible environments that, you know, actually matter in your decision-making in the future. Wow, 3 harpoons? Do we have the modifier that fucks up our resupplies still? That is strange. Okay, and see the Plasma Punisher might ragdoll you a little bit sometimes, but it is rare that you do actually pull yourself up with it, even in close quarters like this. Still, it's not strictly the safest weapon, but I think it is more than strong enough to do it, to do what you want it to. And here I'm using the weapon switch tech with the ultimatum. Manipulating the momentum in my favor this time, because if you shoot the ultimatum as you are pulling it out, or switching to that weapon, you get a lot more momentum than you would normally, which is really nice, especially when it comes to hitting Roach Dragons. And that makes the ultimatum a really effective way of dealing with those guys. Yeah, I'm only getting 3 per box. Is that normal for the harpoon gun? I don't think I've used the harpoon gun supply pack combo in quite a while. Not since the last Hive World. Because I usually try to avoid the supply pack, and it's kind of boring, honestly. It's very powerful. Still easily the best backpack in the game, in my opinion. But there's so many more fun backpacks. Like the guard dogs can be a lot of fun, and the ward pack is a blast as well. Same with the jump pack. All reliable. Okay, so let's get this ticking, and then we can move into the actual... There's a lot of chargers. Let's stagger some of these guys and make sure they stay gassed so they don't cause me problems. Is this the same guy? Okay, well, it doesn't matter if it's the same guy or not, because I gotta deal with these Alpha Warriors, as always, and I missed my window. These are dangerous, by the way. These blow up and kill you. I lost a Deathless run on a Mega, or a High Planet because of those. I was a little tilted, because I did not know they did that. But honestly, no big deal. Deathless runs are just for fun anyway. I wasn't even recording, that was just for me. Let's go. So the gas is going to cover us while we crank that Soldier Boy. Oh, and the gas is going to... Oh yeah, see, that's a nasty gas spot right there. Because that can just shut off that whole passage. Just one grenade. It's like maybe the best like use case for gas is to just completely shut down a whole breach like that. Gas grenades are so powerful. hope no devs are watching this. Please don't nerf them. I love gas grenades. Okay, so this guy's gonna cause me problems if I don't stagger and gas him, but I did, so we should be okay. Oh, you're not staggered and gassed. Oh, there's a lot of bullshit this way, actually. Okay. I'm reaching my limit of small hits I can take and getting stuck on the tiny, like, 2-inch elevations. Okay. Okay. Lots of bullshit going on right now, but that's fine. Stims are all you need. Oh my god. That's that's only 3 Alpha Commanders. That's still more Alpha Commanders than I ever like to see. Okay, and now the shuttle is gonna come and save the day, hopefully. Ooh, okay, I missed that, but thankfully he was gassed anyway. Yeah, this is the most aggressive I've seen the Roach Dragons be in this type of mission. Here they usually do get a little antsy because these areas are more open, so they're more likely to come and bother you. But I've never seen them attack both flags like that before. I guess I just got unlucky. Maybe that does happen more often than I think. Unknown, but I do get unlucky in this game quite a few times, as you saw with that Roach Dragon bug earlier. Okay, so I hope you're still the same guy and you go down to this. Yes. No? No, you're a different guy. Okay. Let's get some gas grenades. Resupply is available. So is me being set on fire, but that's always available on Roach Dragon Seeds. And here we go. Let's keep going. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm always of two minds when the build doesn't go as well as I want it to. Because, like, if I can still do the mission when things, like, go wrong, especially when it's out of my control like that, I think that makes the build, like, maybe not look better, but that's a better showcase of its strengths than, if, like, nothing bad happens the entire mission. Which, you know, that'd be nice if that happened to me more than never, but I guess it's a hypothetical scenario, because my missions on the bug front always go horribly wrong. This faction does not like me, and I do not like them. There's no mutual respect between me and the bugs, unlike there is with me and the bots. I'd like to think it's mutual. Okay, there you go. That was a waste. Somebody's gonna say, oh, you should have picked up the resupply before taking the bag. I know, but there's a lot happening right now. And that's the mission. Okay. Now let us take this last resupply box and, okay. So I think I want to call in the mech out here. Just because I'm not sure if there is going to be a closer open area to the Mega Nest or not. And I'm going to need to be very efficient with this mech. Because this has been a pretty tough enemy siege so far. Without it, I think this Mega Nest is going to be very difficult. Let's go in gas mines here just to cover our rear. And let's get cracking with the mag. I'm going to do my best to save as much ammo as I can until I actually get to the Mega Nest. Because even though 200 autocannon rounds sounds like a lot on paper, they run out pretty fast. Okay, you're going to be a huge problem, so I'm going to try and take you out with some horrible echoes, but in my opinion, taking them out from the leg is the best way to deal with them using the Emancipator. And even with the Patriot, so you hit him with a rocket, you crack the leg, and then you finish him off with the Gatling. Alright, and that would have been a nightmare to navigate with on foot, because the water here is pretty tough. Same with the bridge. Do not walk on those bridges with exosuits. They will break under you and you will lose your exosuit. And you can probably guess how I found that out. No, personally, that was an enlightening experience. Okay, there's always a lot of heavies in these nests, impalers and chargers. So I'm just resigned to the fact that I will probably take a couple hits from heavies. But my goal is not to 100% the nest. It is to do enough of the nest that I can finish it off on foot, as well as clear the impalers, because the impalers are the big problem. Chargers I can deal with most of the time. Now that I've said that, it's pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to lose the mech to a charger and die to a charger like immediately afterwards, but I still stand by that statement. Okay, let us loop around this way. And a lot of these smaller bugs, you can just walk over. I would not waste my ammo on anything like a Hive Guard or a Warrior if you can avoid it. Save your ammo for the heavies, or at least on the Emancipator, save your ammo for the heavies and the Bug Nest, as well as the Alpha Commanders. But that's just for you when you dismount, because they're going to be a big problem later. Let's blow you up from a nice safe distance. Did not handle that effectively at all, but the sooner Spore Chargers are dead, the happier I am. Okay, so now I'm starting to run very low on autocannon ammo, but I have already done half the mess, and I still have enough to finish it. Let's deal with some of these Alpha Commanders. Can I thread the needle? Yes, I could. You have to go. I'm willing to spend my remaining autocannon rounds on you. Okay, 5 autocannon rounds, 2 bug holes. This is going to be... I always miss this one. This is the bug hole I always miss in this nest. And it's unfortunate that my left autocannon is the only one with ammo left, because that's the one that is kind of inconvenient. Okay, I should have bailed a bit earlier, but that's fine. Never punished, or not punished at this particular microsecond in time. Let's get the harpoon to finish that off, and perfect. Okay, that was as clean as I could have possibly wanted that to go. The mech did everything I wanted it to, and did not overshadow the rest of the build. So now I probably will not use the mech again. Maybe at Extract, we'll see. Never say never. But let's go deal with this outdoor bug nest. Hopefully this is a passage outside and not a red herring. Found? Oh no, this might be a red herring.
Extraction is available.
Nope, passage outside. Excellent. Man, the caves look pretty good. I gotta say. Now that they actually run okay, I do like the cave missions quite a bit. I think they switch up the pace of the game pretty significantly. Ooh, this is where I do wish I had a mech, because wow, I totally... Well, I guess maybe I did not have an angle on it coming from this way. And our good friend the Hive Lord might be causing us some trouble.
Sending down equipment package.
And by might, I mean definitely will, because he always does. Oh, this is fucking anti-diving Fanta. There's always a Hive Warrior. Oh, fucking not Hive Guard. Alpha Warrior right behind you, about to like two-shot you. And a... That was lucky. That was really lucky. I should not have left that. Somehow the Alpha Warrior did more damage. Okay, thank you. And I'm stuck in the water right now. I cannot dive. This is my least favorite part of the Hive planets, is the exterior that is just covered in water and full of bullshit like these guys. And also like the perpetual slowdown that you get from the Hive Lord. But unfortunately, unless you're like specified into taking him out, which I have done a video on that the first time the Hive planets rolled around, how to solo the Hive Lord, I really do not recommend trying it solo, in like a normal build at least. This guy's not fucking off. Okay. This is my beef with the Hive Lord as well, is that sometimes he just sticks around, like way outlasting his welcome. And you just kind of have to like sit there and take it on the chin until he says, okay, I'm bored of bullying you now, or you die. He's spamming that attack. Okay. I see. This is a very unfriendly Hive Lord. Okay, let us just bang this one out with ultimatums, and I'm gonna call him no Shrieker spawn. That's actually kind of nice for me. I'm going to call in a supply pack, because this one is completely spent. And the Hive Lord seems to... No, I'm not going to say anything, because that's going to summon him if I say that out loud. I probably could have gone to this resupply, but that would have still not been a full resupply, and I do want a full backpack before heading back in. So now I think I get the scientific specimens, and I hit extract, and that's good. Oh, maybe I still do want to hit the resupply just to get my ultimatum back and fully operational. Here we go. Let's get rid of you before you call in your buddies. Oh yeah, I hear him. He's coming back. Let's recover a little bit of stamina. Okay. Just hanging out. Alright, it's fine. Don't let me stop you. Just fucking like ominously staring at me from his porch. What is he doing? That guy's a freak. I don't like him. Oh, you wait until I... That's why you fucking... Wait until I turn my back to charge me. He did that on purpose. The bugs are sentient. The AI in this game is sentient or is controlled directly by the developers to troll us. I think both of those are very possible. Alright, that's a lot of alpha commanders. Let's use a little bit of discretion, because I do not want to deal with that many alpha warriors that they are going to spawn. Yeah, that wasn't that many. Oh, that's like 3 or 4. That's still a lot by my standards. It's like 12 to 15 alpha warriors spawned, which is pretty scary. They can pretty much like duplicate or triplicate the size of any patrol they're in, and triplicate that size in very powerful, scary enemies. So do not take them lightly in solos where they actually work properly. Take them as lightly as you want in teams where they do nothing. Let's clear a way into this objective. I think I went around the long way, unfortunately. Yeah, so he is... Oh, okay. That is tough for me, because they are guarding that entrance. Oh, and bug breach right underneath my feet. Okay. So I do have to engage this group anyway. But we are out in the sunlight, and that is not somewhere the bugs will want to be. That's not somewhere I want to be right now. Let's get that that harpoon shot. And see, shooting it at your feet like that, I think I already mentioned it, but that's really powerful, and the fact that you don't take any chip damage, which you know, usually you would, is really, really nice. Okay, so this is another entrance. Yeah, just walk straight past it on my right here. Okay. Good to know. Let's punish some plasma. Well, I guess punish with some plasma. I think plasma hasn't done anything wrong. He's just trying his best. Alright, let's get some gas spread out in here. So what does this thing look like? Is this a backpack? Because that would suck. No, it is a... oh, it's like a briefcase. Okay. So I'm going to have to be very careful not to left click, because all I have is the ultimatum. Okay, I'm going to need to drop it, unfortunately, right here. Let us dip into the resupply backpack and get some more gas in here. Okay, so this is just going to be a mosh pit to get out of here. Okay. Excuse me, just passing through. Just making my way out of here. Okay. Can I grenade? Oh yeah, I can't grenade while holding this. That makes a pretty big difference. Let us go this way. Nope, not straight off a cliff and losing that objective forever. Though that would be pretty funny. This is gonna suck solo. I should have not picked this mission. I should have waited for one without this side objective. This is not one you should be doing solo. Okay, gas grenade. Oh my god, it's a lot of bugs. Gas grenade will not do as much as I would have liked, if I'm going to be quite honest. Get out of my face. You get out of my face as well. Okay. And that is an important skill with the Plasma Punisher. And any explosive... Okay, the bro just dipped. I mean, that's fine. Honestly, fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. Let's not have any of that today. You are so fast. I mean, I'm in heavy armor, but still. That should cover my escape a little bit better. Okay, fuck that as well. Yeah, maybe I should just ultimatum every alpha commander I see. If only there weren't 5 trillion of them per mission. Okay, I'm gonna need to call in a resupply as soon as I get out here, I think. But I still have enough gas grenades to at least make it out of this area. Oh brother, maybe not actually. Maybe I don't have enough gas grenades to get out of this area. Okay, lame but broken. I'm gonna have to drop the briefcase and fight some of these bozos because there's just too many. And I also need to hold my ground until the resupply gets here. But gas and Plasma Punisher or Gas and any source of Stagger are a pretty good crowd control. Well, pretty good. Those are the two best crowd control effects, let's be honest. Oh, this is literally as good a crowd control as you're gonna get. So you're Gas, but you're just hacking. Okay, that's cool. No, you just randomly pick that direction. You're also, yeah, very not suspicious attack patterns on that guy. On all these guys, they are definitely all swinging in random directions that I happen to be in and not cheating. Okay, and then Gas Breach, or Gas Mines, just racks up a million kills on that breach. I throw an ultimatum, just for good measure. Probably was not worth ultimatuming, but it's also the only thing I can shoot while carrying this stupid fucking briefcase. So, it's what I'm gonna shoot. Oh, that looks really nice. Oh, that's symbolic. I'm climbing. I'm escaping from the depth and the darkness. That's uplifting. I can't wait for there to be a Hive World on the outside of this. And then the illusion of safety is ruined. Literally, the light at the end of the tunnel is a trap. Because you're actually much safer underground, in my opinion, on these high planets than you are on the surface. Especially the open areas. You're generally like decently safe on the don't ragdoll. You're generally decently safe on the like medium openings like this, but not always. I'll tell you that much. Oh, you can use the resupply backpack while holding the briefcase. That's actually huge. I didn't know that. Well, that's huge for the times you have to carry a briefcase, which is not that often. Let us call in nothing, because Butterfingers. Let's call an extract and gas mine. No, I'll use the gas for this extract. Then we'll use the mech. Hopefully, I won't need it. I'll call it if things get really dire. I think that's going to be my compromise. But we have gas mines and we have resupply in 20 seconds. But we still have some supplies left. We should be okay. We were close enough, though, right? Oh, okay, now we're not going to be okay, because the Syntax Brigade is here to make sure that we pay our debt to society. And by our debt to society, I mean paying all my fucking stims from unavoidable attacks from the sky. But that's fine. Oh, there's just a stalker. Oh, that means I didn't 100% the mission if there's a stalker. Shit, that means there's a stalker that way. Okay, don't let me forget, because I'm going to forget as soon as the extract rolls in. But I also do not want to lose the progress I've already made on it, because that would kind of suck. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it again with only minor interference from Roach Dragons and no interference from Hive Worlds, which is an ideal scenario. Oh yeah, you're just fucking tweaking over there. Huge whiff on my part. Yeah, he's tweaking. He's waiting for me to drop down, but I'm not doing that if I can avoid it. Sorry to disappoint. Do I have an ultimatum? Yeah, I do. But I want to fire off some Plasma Punisher charges. And some more gas grenades. Because, oh, man, he wants it bad. He wants it bad. I've never had a stalker want that much of a piece of me. Okay. Extract almost here. Let's keep this charger nice and docile with a lot of drugs. Yeah, just take your meds, old man. Please don't attack me. Keep him tweaking. Okay, and let's get that bug or that stalker nest. Okay. So this might be it, honestly. Like right here. That would be nice. Oh, I only have 2 minutes. Okay, and I just dove straight into like a fucking blender. Why would I dive that direction? What am I doing? Okay, I'm a little annoyed that the ship. No, this is a minor place of interest. This is not a stalker lair. Oh, but there is a stalker here, so that means I am heading the right direction. Yes, it's here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be happy if I can get this 100%. Oh, there he is. There he is. I fucking barely fit through there. He's gonna attack me through the walls now. Oh no, he's just gonna fuck off. Okay. 1 minute. I need to pop Sims for stamina at this point. I walked right past the entrance, didn't I? No, no, okay, it was on this side. Okay, let's hit that and run like the wind. And miss like I don't know what natural phenomena misses things a lot. You're gonna have to stop right there. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop right there. I'm fucking body blocked like crazy. There's so many. Okay. Oh man. Just fucking wading through bugs is fine. I put on my galoshes and I just wade through the bugs. Hello? Goodbye. No, I missed. So, he's still gonna be coming right for... No, he changed. He's, fucking off. Okay, that's good for me. Reload the harpoon gun, stim up, or get more stims. And, okay. Not gonna say anything, not gonna jinx it, not gonna jinx it. And there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that got a little hairy towards the end and the beginning, but the middle was not too bad. The middle went pretty well, I think. But still, that's the full gas build. I think this is an insanely powerful build. It might be the best Hive World build for this specific mission, at the very least, if you're coordinating with your team to all bring gas armor. What? I fucking forgot to pick up the briefcase. I forgot to pick up the... Somebody was screaming. Somebody was screaming at their screen. I know it. To pick up the briefcase. God damn it. Ah, it's fine. Who cares? You think anybody will notice if I put 100% the title? Call me out. You know what? If you made it to the end of the video to confirm if I 100%ed it or not, congratulations. You get to call me out on my bullshit. That was 100%. Come on. That's so stupid that I forgot that. That's entirely my fault. Man. After all the effort I went through for it too. But besides the point. Regardless, the full gas build is really, really powerful. Again, if you're solo or if your team is aware that you are doing this and bringing either gas armor on their own or staying far away from you. Because this build will do a lot of friendly fire damage if you call gas mines directly on top of the flag, which is what I was doing. Even though I think that's the most effective way of using it, 91 stims, my god. Even though I think that's the most effective way of using it, it is also a way that will probably do a lot of friendly fire and get you kicked. So before you bring this build, ask or maybe coordinate with the team a little bit, or just use this solo or with your friends. That's probably the safest bet. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.